this is NTom. I'm not really going to keep you all here long. I just wanted to do a little video to basically say thank you for the past year of support on HFC, and just to give a little insight as to what's coming soon and whatnot. First things first, again, big thank you for continuing to stick with this really over-the-hill and failed channel. It's been a lot of fun doing Let's Plays and such this year. Some of the most fun particular playthroughs I've done in a long time, like Spider-Man. We had a lot of fun with Sonic and so on. Then again, don't we always have fun with Sonic and so on? And just being able to branch out a little bit with the Patreon side of things, specifically the quick looks and the TV comms. Well, that's the majority of what we do there, but the point I'm trying to make is there's a lot of stuff I never would have really considered trying were it not for people saying, hey, here is some money, dance, monkey, and enjoy for our amusement, and I appreciate that. Patreon is what helps keep HFC going nowadays. More shilling later, but the general point I'm trying to make here is thank you for helping me step out of the shadow of plebitude and, you know, expand my media horizons a little bit. So yeah, we covered roughly about 11 games this year. Not as many as I would have liked. You can find a full stat rundown of what we did either in the video description or in a post on the HFC Twitter. I believe that's twitter.com/NTom64_HFC. You can find it there. I think in 2020 I would like to do more Let's Plays, but I'm also very conscious of how big our Patreon backlog is. It's getting near the 9-month meme right now, if not over it. And while I appreciate people will be patient and are still, you know, pledging for new stuff regardless, I would like to make a serious dent in that. That is a 2020 goal right now, and I'm pretty confident we can do that. This year has not been as productive as I would have liked. A lot of that is just me being me. Sometimes it can be hard to just get up and get going. Sometimes anxiety is at its peak and makes things very hard just to basically do in general, to be a fully functioning human being, shall we say. I'm trying not to make this too despondent or self-pitying, but mental health is a big thing to me, so I would like to just address that right there. So going forward in 2020, I would like to be more productive and still keep a healthy work fun balance, as it were, especially with the charity marathons in recent years, the ones HFC have done on their own. I've become much better with, you know, eking out a better balance of stuff. I've learned to stop micromanaging, essentially, which, if you just want to know, that is the reason Hellfire does not work with Brain Scratch or FTCR anymore. Brain Scratch especially had a big deal with the micromanaging that I did during the old marathons. It wasn't really out of any malice or anything. I just, you know, before I was on my medication, I found it very hard to not be an insufferable twat. I'm not going to make any excuses here. It is what it is, to borrow from certain other content creators in terms of verbiage and so on. But yeah, that's why HFC works alone nowadays. Completely my fault. Not going to, again, make any excuses. But I've tried to become a lot better in that regard. We will be doing another charity marathon in 2020. You might already know about this, the Super Nintendo Fun. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But there's also going to be a lot more playthroughs, a lot more quick looks. You can actually now pledge for movie comms on our Patreon, so that's going to be a fun thing. Because I'm especially plebby when it comes to movies as well, so give me something challenging. Give me and Neo something tasty to sink our commentary teeth into. What else can I address here? Alright, there was a poll put out on Patreon a while back, which allowed people to vote on what Patreon quick looks they want turned into full playthroughs, and I'm going to be quite honest with you all, I need a certain level of investment to get into and do a full playthrough. It's not to say I won't take advice, it's not to say I won't take suggestions, and it's also not to say that I'm only in this for myself and I won't do for you guys, but I've kind of grown out of the idea of doing some of these, and I'm just going to flat out say I have no interest in doing games like Xenoblade Chronicles, Hollow Knight, etc. right now, especially with other RPGs and such on the horizon that I have much more interest in. Not to say we won't ever look at the games again, but I would rather you know this straight up than me dancing around the subject, which I have been kind of doing for a while. So that's the final word on that. And if you're disappointed, you have every right to be. Again, I make no excuses. That's just something I want you guys to know. But yeah, coming up in 2020, we have the Pokemon Sword playthrough. Richie, Flame and I will be doing that, and we've had a lot of fun recording the first few parts so far. I think that's a strong LP, and it will continue to be strong, because there's a lot to say about Pokemon Sword. It lends itself well to commentary and such. And you may have noticed, I have a new microphone. Flame got me this for Christmas. It's essentially the same mic headset that he uses, and it's pretty nice. I've enjoyed the, you know, less sharp audio, and I hope you guys appreciate the difference as well. But yeah, I believe I'm rambling now. How long have I been going for? About 6 minutes? Yeah, I should probably wrap this up now. But I just wanted to thank you guys again for a great year. And while the 2010s may have been a rough time for me personally, there was also a lot of good that happened during this point, and I want to take that positivity and move forward with it. Like, negativity is just a part of life. It's always going to be there. You should try not to run away from it, because when you do, that positivity can turn toxic, and I've seen that firsthand happen, you know what I mean? So I want to do better. I want to do more for you guys in terms of like videos and whatnot, but at the same time, you know, keep things balanced, as it were. I don't want to be, oh guys, don't criticize us or anything. Oh no, that wouldn't be positive now, would it? And this, I had a point, I just broke out into a ramble. This is what happens when I don't script stuff, you know what I mean? But the main point of this is, I'm grateful for you guys, and I would hope you support us on stuff like Patreon, especially going forward in 2020. It really does help nowadays, because YouTube is a bit of a shit show, and I'm looking forward to the 20s. I'm actually excited for what's to come, both in terms of my personal life, moving forward with that, and just creating content, which has always been my greatest love. That's why I've done YouTube for as long as I have, you know, apart from being a, you know, depressed shut-in, but hey, isn't that just YouTube in a nutshell, really? So thank you guys, thank you, and I'll see you next decade. Had to end with a bit of a dad joke. Bye bye for now.